Back and thanks for staying with us. We're starting off front page review today with The Nation. Major headline. Tinubu, we will defeat terrorism, secure every part of the country. Nigeria engaging constructively, diplomatically to address all genuine concerns. And then tariffs, import restrictions, others for review, new phase of economy reforms underway. Then we have forums of state chairmen back, Damagum PDP convention, court to rule in Lamido suits on Tuesday. FEC rolls out approval, 43 billion naira for Lagos-Ibadan Road Phase 2. I'm excited about that. And then Makinde approves 88 billion naira road projects as Nigeria targets 32% emission cut by 2035. I feel Mariam would like the idea of Nigeria trying to do emission cut.
You didn't see it.
You didn't see it. Oh. GHL to AMCON. You can't appoint receiver manager for us. And Chief of Army Staff promises soldiers first policy. Finance Minister leads G24. So what story are we starting with?
So I have this that says how police are tackling banditry, other threats. IGP Kayode Egbetokun has said that the nation's security service has embraced all of society approach to combating banditry and other crimes confronting with our nations. Egbetokun said this while addressing reporters yesterday at Lagos Police Command in Ikeja. According to him, security cannot be done in silos and people have to come together, and he has to even employ the all-community participation in security. He wants to work with agencies, security outfits, and other communities, because he said there has to be synergy, and that's the truth. Because if we have to make sure that we fight criminality to a standstill, we have to employ or use the services of all parties involved to make sure we fight this. But so I really like the fact that our security agencies are now on their toes and trying to fix the security challenges.
Fantastic. I have the newly appointed Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Wahidi Shaibu, and he has promised to prioritize the doctrine of soldier first during his tenure. He hinted at the need to make changes in the appointment of commanders within a few weeks. He was theatre commander in the Northeast before his own appointment, and he said that that he had a long briefing with commanders in the company of some senior military officers at the headquarters of Operation Hadankai in Maiduguri. He promised that the welfare of soldiers would not only stop at the front line, but will be extended to their families as well. Thank you, sir. I hope this is reflected truly. You are aware that I've been here for a long time. I'm quoting him, and I'm aware of the challenges. My coming here is first and foremost to appreciate the troops for what they've been doing and the extent that they're going to secure the entire areas of operations. For motivating the troops, we try to uphold the soldier-first concept of my predecessor. I'll do everything to improve on that concept as soldiers get what is due to them on time, and going forward, we'll see how we can extend that to their family at home while they serve their fatherland. I think that is important to be able to motivate them in this way.
Okay, so I have the stories on the tariffs, import restrictions under review. They said that the federal government said it would undertake a comprehensive review of the country's fiscal and monetary policies in the next phase of its macroeconomic reforms. They said the new phase of reforms is to consolidate the globally acclaimed success of its initial reforms and quicken current economic growth. They said there was a meeting with FEC and the Minister of Finance and coordinating Minister of the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun. He was directed by the President to brief the Council and said the next phase of the President Tinubu's economic reforms will focus on removing barriers to investments, optimizing national assets and stimulating productivity across key sectors. He also added that ministers overseeing infrastructure, that's mining, education, health, agriculture, blue economy, digital innovation and culture must work with state governments to repackage investment-ready projects capable of crowding in large-scale domestic and foreign capital. He also pointed out that the vision of reaching 1 trillion economy by 2030 was achievable by pursuing a 7% annual growth and a commitment to ending poverty as a moral imperative. As to say that because of the new, people are really, the investments, they are really yielding returns from the investments that have been happening in the last few years. Yeah.
On Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, on the show we discussed the President Trump's country of particular concerns designation of Nigeria, and today we have the president's first public comment since that last week Friday when this thing went viral.
The Nigerian president?
The Nigerian president. And I love it because we had asked, and many Nigerians have asked that we should hear from the president, even though we've had some of his spokespeople talk.
Okay.
He was addressing, after the swearing in of 2 ministers, he addressed the media and he said that Nigeria is engaging constructively and that there will be diplomatic channels are also ongoing. But what I loved most about what he said was that, do we have problems? Yes. Are we challenged by terrorism? Yes. But we will defeat terrorism. We will overcome the CPC, that's Country of Particular Concerns designation. Nigeria is one happy family and will spare no effort until we eliminate all criminals within our society. He said that the task ahead is immense, but are resolved to move forward with unity and purpose, guided by renewed hope agenda to build prosperity, inclusive and resilient Nigeria. Then he asked us as Nigerian citizens not to give in to despair, because many Nigerians have. We'll take a quick break right now. When we return, we continue with Front Page Review. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We're moving on to the Punch major headline. Trump threats. Tinubu rallies foreign allies as North rejects Sharia ban. Federal government vows to crush terror network. And in other news, Anambra polls, INEC distributes sensitive materials. 55,000 policemen mobilized ahead of the elections. Vehicle imports slide by 10% on weak consumer spending. Pretty Mike gets 50 million naira bill for alleged drug offense. Newly inaugurated Tinubu campaign office demolished in Benue. FEC okays biometric flight boarding in Port Harcourt Airport concession. Federal government rolls out new plans to tackle food shortage. Abuja Disco sacks 800 workers amid power crisis as APC Wike blast PDP over US embassy protest. All right, what story are we starting with?
Let me take Pretty Mike. So a Lagos popular entertainer and nightclub owner, Mike Mwale, also known as Pretty Mike, was granted a 50 million naira bail on Thursday following his arraignment for alleged drug-related offences. They said Wale, who owns Proxy Lagos nightclub, was arraigned alongside his club's supervisor, Joachim Hillary, a 32-year-old. And they were before the court on a 3-count charge bordering on conspiracy, unlawful possession, and permitting the use of club premises. According to NDLEA's prosecution team, they told the court that the offences were allegedly committed October 26th. He said that it happened at the nightclub, that they accused them of conspiring to organize a drug party at the nightclub. And during subsequent operation, NDLEA agents alleged to have recovered 200 grams of cannabis sativa and 177 cylinders of nitrous oxide, that's laughing gas. And they also said that Hillary had in his possession 200 grams of cannabis sativa without lawful authority on or about, lawful authority. And they said Pretty Mike himself is being accused of allowing his club to be used, or his premises to be used for drug-related activities. Both of them, of course, said they're not guilty to the charges that have been preferred against them, and a bail application on their behalf was done. And yeah, so the 50
also
million.
Also drug-related.
So
is it drug-related?
No, it's not drug-related.
What did you say?
Are you there?
Yeah.
Also drug-related. The Federal High Court, sitting in Benin, Edo State, under Justice B.O. Kadiri and Justice Professor C. Obiozo, the sentenced 49-year-old drug baron Alaba Monday and 10 others to 79 years in prison. And this was made known by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency in Edo State, the Edo State Commander Michelle Ofoyeju, in a statement. And according to them and they had like 8 male and 2 female that have been remanded for 79 years in prison.
Wow.
I like the fact that they are fighting these drug dealers, because that's one of the menace we have.
Okay, so I have the federal government, they said they roll out new plans to tackle food shortage. They said the federal government has unveiled new agricultural reforms aimed at ending hunger, boosting food production, and reducing post-harvest losses estimated at over 10 billion naira annually. And the way they plan to achieve this is that the minister said he's going to deepen mechanization, he's going to expand irrigation and strengthen our storage systems. We are laying the foundation to end hunger and make food abundance a reality for every Nigerian household. He also explained that the government's ongoing reforms were designed to end hunger, ensure food sufficiency, and drastically reduce post-harvest losses, draining the nation's agricultural value chain. He now went ahead to say that some of the agencies that are in charge are the operations at the National Strategic Grain Reserve Silos in Zamfara, Katsina, Nasarawa, Adamawa, Niger, Osun, Edo, and Kwara states were being enhanced to support emergency interventions and price stabilization. And I think.
All right, moving on to the Daily Sun, major headline: Tinubu to Trump, we will defeat terrorism. In other news, market panic deepens as stock loses 2.5 trillion naira in 4 days. PDP convention, Makinde Damagum rally state chairman. Don't forget karma is real. Chairman tell Ayamu others. Governor Mba, Tinubu on mission to restore dignity, excellence of police, security agencies. Separating AGF from Minister of Justice won't stop politicization of office. That's from Dr. Ude, new minister. Abia Akwa Ibom partner to link states with railway. Health workers issue 2 weeks nationwide strike notice. I thought that we had already resolved this issue.
For real.
All right, so what story do we have?
I have that. Health workers, they've the umbrella of health workers, the Joint Health Sector Union, JOHESU, they've issued a 15-day ultimatum to the federal government to meet its demand, and they are stressing that after 15 days, if the federal government doesn't meet their demands, they're going to go for indefinite strike, and they've already told their members that they should mobilize for the strike. Now, what they are asking for is the salary structure. You know, we had that with the lecturers too. From the federal government operates the IPPIS system of payment, and they are asking for CONHES, that the federal government should use their own health system payment. But that's where the disagreement has always been. And you know, most of the time they sit on the table, round table with the federal government, and you're expecting to hear that this has been resolved, but then it doesn't get resolved at the end of the day.
The doctors are on strike.
They're giving ultimatum, 15 days.
No, these ones are going on strike.
Yes,
they are going on
15 days.
Doctors.
Yes.
Doctors, resident doctors are currently on strike.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I thought they recalled. They went back
so
again. They recalled now.
As in, please, can we just...
And health is very important.
It's very, very important. So you don't have any story there. Mariam, do you have any story in Sun? No, you don't have any story in Sun. Okay, let's move on to Vanguard. Everybody has story in Vanguard, obviously. It's ticked out. Major headline, we've taken the story already. Oh, no, we haven't. Alleged Christian genocide. This is U.S. Congress targets Miyetti Allah for visa ban and asset freezes. In other news, we have PDP crisis, Dabagun tightens grip as state chairman disown rival leadership. Electricity, operators push for gradual transition to cost-reflective tariff as economies record strong growth. That's from the Minister Edu. Mba Fubara Abiodun worry over deplorable state of police training college. And false declaration of assets, tackle backlog of cases, CJN tells tribunal as FEC approves 43 billion naira for Lagos-Ibadan Highway, East-West Road, others. Okay, so let's start with which one?
Okay, so they said the Nigeria economy records strong growth. That's by the minister. They said the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, that's Mr. Wale Edu, has said that the nation's economy is witnessing a progressive growth. He said that the Nigerian gross domestic product grew by 4.23% in the second quarter of 2025, noting that it was the highest quarterly figure in a decade, aside the post-COVID era. He also said that he took the review to the president, and the president said the most important thing is the fact that despite the political here and there and the fear of our people, we will continue to engage with our partners. They said the success of the 2.3 billion bond oversubscribed is the most at this stage. And they also said that the task ahead is immense, but we are resolved to move forward with unity, purpose, guided by renewed hope, agenda to build a prosperous, inclusive and resilient Nigeria. So
what I have here, they say...
We really cannot take it. So sorry. Even I was interested in the false tribunal matter, but that's what we can take.
Okay.
You can quickly take what you want to take to.
It's just the US. They said they are going to freeze the accounts of Miyetti Allah members and also to revoke their visas. They are placing visa bans on this
particular sect.
Yes,
Group
that
of
particular
people.
sect, not everybody. So the Mieti Allah, those involved in criminality in Nigeria, I think they've taken a step further to implement their threats to Nigeria.
Okay. I know you wanted to take the approval of the roads, Mariam, but
no, that's a lot.
it's a whole lot.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what we can take on front page review for today. Next, we have a special feature from Alexander Academy, Vancouver, Canada. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.